Hello. Hey, you guys. Hey, Sexy Ray. Hey, Pammy Poo. How you guys doing? Doing good. Hey, Lolita. How are you? I hate when the weeks are weird. Today's Tuesday, right, y'all? Or is it Wednesday? These weird weeks with the holidays be throwing me all the way off. Hey, Danny. Welcome in, baby. Bless Queen Lux Pearl. How are you, baby? Hey, Vet. Forgotten. Hey, my baby. How are you guys doing? I got me a quick little word for y'all. Shout out to the content creators, yo. Like today has been a super decent day on YouTube where it matters. Hey sis, how are you, Free? Um, and so I'm not necessarily gonna piggyback off of that. I think all of the content creators did an amazing job. Um, speaking on like all of us just moving along as a collective and letting things be what they're going to be, and I think that's super dope, and I think it was a message that was very much needed for a lot of us. um and it can be hard, but I love like how we are all holding each other accountable and just kind of helping us stick to what we said because it can be hard. So I think it's been an amazing day, and it has definitely set the tone for my life. Hi Brandy, welcome in, baby. Hey, Miss Sweet, how are you? Happy Tuesday. Um, so yeah, so I do have a topic. I'm just trying to set my goal real quick, y'all, before I forget and get too deep into the live. But the first thing I do want to talk about, just so you guys are aware, is fat shaming. I want to talk about that real quick, y'all. I have two short topics that I want to talk about, and that is the first one that I want to talk about. Fat shaming. Hi Leela, welcome in, baby. Lachelle's, welcome in. Um, so just to let me, okay, I think I got my logistics set up. So yeah, like I said, the first thing I want to talk about is fat shaming. That's what I want to touch on first. And for those of you who don't know, I feel like we all know what fat shaming is. Lux Pearl said, Lord. No, we're gonna keep it positive. But obviously, the actual definition for fat shaming is basically any type of criticizing, mocking, or discriminating against someone because of their body size, like their weight. And like even here recently, we've been seeing like on social media, hey Rosalind, welcome in, baby. We've been seeing, you guys saw like what is her name? The rapper, the big girl that was trying to get into um the lift, in the lift the dude was like, no, you can't fit. And so we've all been laughing. Hey Kiana, how you doing, baby? So we've all just been laughing about that or whatever. And I mean, I don't necessarily feel like that's a fat shaming situation. I kind of felt like that was more of like a clout situation, but it could be looked at a form of fat shaming. Hey Spicy Brown, welcome in, baby. But I'm referring to actual fat shaming, like trying to humiliate someone because of their size. That's what I'm referring to. Um, and so this behavior, I think we all know it can be harmful to a person's mental and their physical health. And it can often lead to like feelings of shame, low self-esteem, and even social isolation. Hey, Ramona, welcome in, baby. And so, what I think a lot of people don't understand is that there are a lot of reasons for people having issues and struggles with their weight as it pertains to their weight, right? And it's important to recognize that it's often a combination of factors, whether that's physical, emotional, psychological, or environmental factors. There's so many things that contribute to weight issues, whether it's gaining a lot of weight or some people who are very small, like most of their life, and they've been trying to gain weight. I remember when I was in high school, I used to go to school with this girl, and she was so tiny, so tiny. And I used to be like, dang, I wish I was that small. Like, and she hated it because people like, made fun of her, right? So the whole fat shaming, there is an opposite to that where people who are very small are also shamed as well for their weight. Lux Pro says some people can't control it. I'm so glad you said that because that's exactly where I'm going with this. Brittany, the topic right now is fat shaming, and then I'm going to move on to something else. But I wanted to talk about this because I was recently targeted for trying to be embarrassed for the fact that I was bigger before. Um, One thing about Ashley Jackson, I feel like I've made that very clear, baby. You can't embarrass me, honey. You can't embarrass me, baby. I'll embarrass me before I let you embarrass me, right? And so, for people who have struggled with their weight or what have you, I want to speak on this really quick and let you know that it is not something you need to be ashamed of because we are not all the same, right? For instance, when I was saying, and Lux Pearl brought this up as well, forgot and said she knew her ass couldn't fit in that car. No shade, she did know that. But anyway, so I want to touch on this really quick, y'all, because some people like, and especially like when you're mad at someone and you're roasting and you're this and you're that, we say mean things to each other. Oh, you're ugly. Oh, you're this. We point out different flaws in each other and things like that. So calling someone fat or skinny or whatever, those are almost automatic go-tos. But I think that we should be a little more sensitive to it because sometimes people are the size that they are and it is not within their control, right? So for instance, myself. I always like to try to use myself as an example because I don't want people to think that I'm trying. Child, y'all know how this YouTube stuff go, right? Anyway, I myself, I've had a lot of issues with weight gain and things like that over the years, and it was a mixture between my mom is very old school, y'all. She is a Southern woman, and so she was one of those that believed like as soon as you hit certain levels in teenage years, you automatically went on birth control, right? So I was on birth control, y'all, child, before honestly I even knew what sex was, if I'm gonna be honest with you, because I just was not that type of kid. I wasn't, I was cool on the boyfriend thing. Like I was just, look, I just want to make A's. When I was old enough to work, I wanted to get a job, things like that. I wasn't interested. But because so many teenagers are, and I'm surrounded by teenagers who were doing things that they were not supposed to be doing, my mom wasn't having it. Like I had to go on birth control. And of course, I was on the depot shot. And for those of you who have had any experience with the depot shot, it is a particular type of birth control that is very well known for causing a lot of weight gain, right? So that is where my struggle with weight gain began in my teenage years. On top of the fact that my mother is a Southern woman, baby, so she throws down in the kitchen, okay? If the sun is shining, we're cooking and we're eating, okay? It's somebody's birthday, we're having a cookout. If today is Sunday, we're cooking. Like it didn't have to be nothing like extremely important or anything of that nature. We was celebrating with some type of food, period. The first thing when we start planning something is what we eating, right? So on top of the birth control shot and always eating good, I also was not in a home that stressed physical exercise, the importance of health overall, food choices, drinking water, all of those things played a part into that, and it was not important to me. Now, I know a lot of you guys know I got married young. I got married at 18. My husband was completely the opposite. I think him becoming a part of the military made that a part of our life because if you know anything about the military, they are required. Hey, I'm chosen. Welcome in, baby. So if you know anything about the military, it requires you to pass physical tests, like physical training tests, at least once a year. If you score like a 90% or above, if you score anything less than that, you have to test twice a year, right? They also cut out time within their work schedule and things like that where they can go to the gym, right? It's like included into the workday because they stress physical exercise and things like that. So until I married my husband, I did not understand the importance of physical activity and all of the health things that come with that, right? So I started learning a lot more once I became married. But of course, by now, I'm already struggling with weight. Hi, Robin. Welcome in, baby. So I say all of that to say, like, when we get on here and we're fat shaming people and we're, doing it just to humiliate people, we're posting people's pictures, we're digging in people's personal information, digging in people's family pictures, digging up old pictures and all of that. You don't know where someone was at that point in their life, right? And so, like I said, I wanted to touch on this briefly because it recently happened to me, and I fully understood what the context was. It was to try to make me feel embarrassed, and I'm not embarrassed, baby, because I'm gonna show y'all what I look like then, and I'm gonna show you what I look like now. I literally took a picture right before I started this live so I could share it with y'all to show y'all where I'm at now. Because what people don't realize is it don't matter where you came from, baby. What you used to look like is what you look like now. Okay. And I made sure to also get a picture of before I got my veneers because that seems to be a big topic of concern as well. So I also made sure I grabbed a picture where I was smiling with my natural teeth before I got my veneers. But anyway, so I back to the whole being overweight thing. Okay. So, like I said, 16 or so, I started birth control. I wasn't exercising. I didn't understand food choices, all of that stuff. I became married into young adulthood. I start making better choices. But of course, soon after, I became pregnant with my first daughter. So you already know what that comes with. You start having children, and child, all the weight comes on, right? So to be honest with you, after most people's experience, from what I have observed, after when you have your first baby, you usually snap back pretty fast, right? But each time you have another kid, you don't snap back as fast. Some people do, most people don't, right? Hi Cheryl, if I missed you, baby. Lux says, yes, at mid 30s, I'm now taking it seriously too. Me too, Lux Pearl, because now I got big girl problems. No shade. And not saying like as far as my size and my weight, I'm talking medically. Like I have things that I need to be concerned about where I need to keep those things in check. So anyway, fast forward, I had three daughters. So of course there's up and down weight situations there. So of course, I had the birth control. In between those pregnancies, I tried other birth controls, and I've said before, I'm not going to make this a part of this live because I don't want to make this live super long. I am not a fan or an advocate for birth control for my own reasons because it has taken my body through so many things. I am a woman who struggles with, I've had PCOS for several years. I've had endometriosis for several years. I've had a number of things happen as it pertains to my female body. Thank you so much, Sandrika. I'm in the bushes, but keep going, Ashley. I just wanted to encourage your beautiful melanated sister. You're beautiful no matter your size. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Um, so again, so with the birth control, I had different kinds, y'all. I had the freaking NuvaRing. I had the little whatever that little T-shaped thing where they insert it near your cervix, and I've had the pill, I've had the shot, I've had several different types of birth control. So between fighting with that and dealing with PCOS, endometriosis, the bigger picture here. Hey, Lexis, welcome in, baby. I enjoyed your live. I was waiting for you to end so I could start one because I was like, "Oh, this live is so good." Um, but anyway, so I had all of those things combined with back and forth, on and off of birth controls, right? So I'm trying to paint the picture for y'all that sometimes, especially with women, right? We may be overweight, especially us chocolate women, okay? Us black sisters, right? It comes with a number of things. It could be your genetics, it could be your food choices, it could be medical issues, it could be medication that you're taking to save your life, right? And I think that these are things that you should consider when you come on here and you're calling people names and you're putting up pictures of people to try to embarrass them because they are overweight. And I just think it's wrong, period. Hi, Blueberry, welcome in, baby. And I think it's a topic that a lot of people can relate to. And that, hey, Jazzy Jazz, welcome in, baby. Happy Tuesday. Um, so yeah, so I just wanted to touch on this, like I said, because I was recently kind of, put on the forefront for trying to be fat shamed. And like I said, it comes with the territory when you are on social media. So I want to pull this up for you guys really quickly. I want to show you guys what I look like and then what I look like after taking my health a lot more serious and trying to um Let's see, can y'all see that? All right. So, as y'all can see here on the left, right here, this was before I started taking my health serious and trying to lose a lot of weight. This was after I had all three of my kids, dealing with the endometriosis. Not only did I have endometriosis, but I eventually had to have a hysterectomy because I had so many female problems, right? So this picture right here was shortly after I had had my hysterectomy. Hi, Isha. Welcome in, baby. How you doing? Happy Tuesday. So again, I just wanted to show you guys on the left here, this was a photo of me. Um, we were actually about to take my mom back to the airport. But anyway, I had just had my hysterectomy, I believe 2 to 3 months before this photo, and I gained a ton of weight, mainly right here in my midsection. But of course, overall, you can't just spot reduce or gain weight, right? And so, I'm not gonna hold you guys. Until I took this picture and saw it, I was like, oh, hell no. I'm not even gonna hold you. I was like, yo. Because the thing about weight gain or struggling with weight, you do not always notice it, right? Sometimes you're like, you don't think you're that big because you can still fit in your stuff. These jeans was freaking stretch. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. It took me a long time to find some that morning though, y'all. I'm not even gonna I'm not even gonna hold you. So anyway, fast forward, I started taking my health more serious because I was embarrassed of this picture. And of course, my mom, she just like, oh, I went to go see my kids, because she had visited us. We were in Texas or what have you. And so I started taking my health serious, y'all. So this picture right here is about 10 to 12 months after the first photo. This was a field trip that I went on with my baby girl. I just put a thing over her face because I don't want people using her picture for malicious reasons. But as you can see the difference here in my size, okay? I'm going to stop sharing the screen. I think I have one other one. Oh, wait, let me see. Did I share? Did I pull it up? Hold on. This one. Let's see if I can get it to open for you guys. I have to be careful, y'all, because people be trying to look at my background and what I got on the computer and all that. Like, chill, it's strange on YouTube, chill. Okay, this was another picture I wanted you guys to see. And this is a lovely picture before my veneers, y'all. These are my natural teeth in this photo. For all of those that were so concerned, like, ah, what do her teeth look like before? Honey, listen, I got veneers. I am not capping to you guys because I wanted to wake up every day with white, perfectly straight teeth. Like, I'm not even gonna hold you. That's what I wanted. Also, in my family, we have a gap that runs in our family in the top and the bottom, right in the center. And I did not want that. So I got veneers, y'all. I have literally never had a cavity in my life, and it is my right hand to God. And I am 37 years old as of Sunday. I've had very good oral health. I haven't had a problem. I did get braces before, and if you were to really zoom into this picture, you would see the little plastic um I call them bumps or whatever, where I still at night I would wear my Invisalign. So these are my teeth before freaking veneers, you guys. These are my natural teeth before I got veneers. So yeah. But anyway, the point of this photo, I wanted to show you guys the difference in my face from when I had lost weight. So this was my face before I had lost weight, and this was my face after. And so I knew they always tell you when you're working on your weight and your journey and things like that, to make sure you take lots of pictures. And so I did. So I do have different photos and different comparison photos and things like that. Now I'm going to email myself real quick this photo. Actually, I think I already did. Let me make sure. And I'm going to show you guys what I look like before I got on live. Okay, so that y'all know that it's real. Okay, like I've still maintained to get the weight off. Recently, I shared in my members that when I went to the doctor, all of my lab work looked amazing, but my A1C was kind of high, and they were saying that I would be considered pre-diabetic. So now I'm not only working on the weight thing a little more, but I am actively trying to make better choices as far as sugar and things like that so that my A1C does not go over the limit and I end up a diabetic. So that is what I am focusing on right now, to be honest with you, not necessarily the whole like weight thing itself, but I am going to be honest with you and what I have experienced in the, because they told me this last, I think Monday or Tuesday, and so I started immediately because I don't play around with my health, y'all. I mean, some people do. I don't gamble with my health because I want to live as long as I can and die when I can't help it, respectfully. So, um, I started taking it serious right away, and so I've already eliminated, well, I haven't eliminated sugar, but I've reduced it significantly, and I've already lost like 6 pounds this past week. So I just want to encourage those of you who do have struggles with being overweight and things like that. Sometimes it's the little things that you can do over time, that will help you get to where you want to go and things of that nature. But I want you to do it for you, baby. I don't want you to do it because somebody wants to make fun of you or try to make it content and try to dig up your pictures and your past and things of that nature, for shits and giggles. Do it for you, baby. Don't do it for nobody else. I'm doing it for my health. Hey, Retta, welcome in, baby. Who else did I miss? Hey, Amber, welcome in. You cute, cute sis. Thank you, sister. Who else am I missing? Sorry, y'all. Your teeth were beautiful before and after. Thank you, Cheryl. I was like, let me find a picture with my natural teeth because everybody was so concerned about what my teeth look like. They thought I had busted up teeth. I mean, I didn't have perfect teeth, but I had good teeth. Like I've always had good oral health. Okay. All right, so this is the photo of me right before my live, y'all. I snapped this mug right before I got on here. This is me today, sitting in my bed talking to y'all on live. Okay, so I have maintained the weight loss or what have you. I haven't gained the weight back. But of course, just like they always tell you, it's a lifestyle change and it's not something that you can do and then resort right back to doing the other things or whatever. So that's me today, y'all. That's literally what I have on right now. So anyway, I just wanted to touch on that real quick, to just hopefully discourage people from fat shaming because you don't know what's behind people's weight gain. Like I said, my main number one factor is a combination of being on birth control for several years, and then also I have PCOS and also endometriosis, and both of those cause like inflammation and things like that. Like I'm literally on a low grade hormone pill that I have to take every single day to help with the inflammation in my body. And so a lot of women go through a lot of things that creates a lot of inflammation in their body because inflammation, although it sucks and it makes you bloated and makes you look like you've done gained 10 pounds overnight and shit like that, it really is like a protective mechanism for your body, right? And so because I have endometriosis, for those of you who do not know, endometriosis is basically where the inside tissue of your uterus grows on the outside of your uterus and it connects to your major organs and things like that in your body, right? So I have had a surgery for that, but unfortunately, he did not get all of the endometriosis out, right? And so there are still pieces of endometriosis that I am suffering through, and it sucks so bad. And I did not discover that until I was almost like right before I moved to Germany. So, hey, Miss Foxy, I'm just now seeing you come in, baby. Be honest, did you take Ozempic to lose the weight or did you lose it naturally? Girl, I am terrified of Ozempic, Retta. Terrified. Like, I don't know if y'all saw, I had actually posted a video. I ended up taking it down because people were not interested. But I had posted a video because there were so many people dying. And then I want to say, like, within months of me getting to Germany, I found out that a nurse here, I don't know if she was in Germany, she was somewhere here in Europe, she died from it. Like it wasn't Ozempic. I think she was taking the there was another one to trizepatide because they said trizepatide you lose more weight or some shit like that. Listen, I'm petrified. And then also I had heard that those shots, like once you have to stay on them or you gain the weight back. And that would piss me off because I'm not going to hold you. There were times over my journey, like in my younger years, I had tried phenermine, I think it's called. Y'all know that little pill, the little, it's like blue and white speckled. I would go to like weight loss clinics and I would try that pill. And I'm not even going to hold you. I feel like that is why I have high blood pressure. No. So I am very skeptical of stuff like that because I feel like it just fucks your body up or messes up your organs. Phenermine, I had good results for a while, but it was just like what they said those shots were, which is if you do not stay on it, then you stop losing the weight. And then also, I was hearing people were having heart attacks on that shit, and I did okay with it at first for a while, and then I was just super jittery, and my heart was racing, and I was just like, no. So I've had my bouts with different weight loss pills and things like that, but no, I've never taken Ozempic, and no shade is very expensive. I'm only asking because a lot of people say they lost weight naturally, but really be taking Ozempic or got gastric surgery. No, no Ozempic, girl. Mm-mm. None of that. Hey, butterfly. My A1C is 5.5. Yeah, Boo Love, mine is 5.7. And my doctor told me over six is considered diabetic. But when I talk to my mom, y'all know mamas think they know everything. She was like, no, it's over 7. If you're not over 7, you're not diabetic. I was like, well, the doctor said if I'm over 6, I'm diabetic. Hi, Nancy. Welcome in, baby. Lux says that's true. With weight loss shots, you gain the weight back. Exactly. I gained all the weight back I lost. Right, forgot. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm petrified. Not only that, I've done extensive research, y'all, because I ain't gonna lie, it was super tempting, y'all, because it's so easy to get. I see like people be buying that shit online. I've seen Facebook groups for it and all of that. But I've also seen like some people end up with like organ failure, like liver damage and shit. No, ma'am, girl. I am not trying to have them type of problems just to lose some weight. It's a no for me. Ozempic is good when you stop, the weight comes back. And to be honest with you, Retta, I wouldn't even dance along those lines considering they already telling me I might be pre-diabetic. So if I end up on diabetic medication, I might end up on some shit like that anyway. But I would prefer to take something like that. Hey, Real Talk Vibes. I would prefer to be on something like that if I actually have a medical reason for it. Like, I just don't want to risk it. I would try to lose weight naturally. Taking pills can be dangerous and addicting. Yes, Brittany, I'm scared. I ain't gonna lie. Humble me, hive. Hey, baby. Thank you so much for that super sticker. Just wanted to show love while listening at work. Absolutely. Miss Foxy says, I struggle with my weight. I did have a baby a year and a half ago. Can you tell me how you lost weight in a healthy weight? And I also have a gap, but I like it. So I did a number of things, Miss Foxy. I'm not gonna lie, my favorite thing is intermittent fasting. I love intermittent fasting because I feel like I can eat whatever I want as long as I am in my window, right? So I will juggle it. I'll either do like a 16/8 or sometimes I will brave it and do like a 12/6. Like, so when I say 16/8, I will only eat for 8 hours out of the day. So I will pick whenever I start eating, I stop eating 8 hours after that. And usually you'll get results right away if you have not done that. Now listen, I do want to say I'm not a medical. I need to say this as a disclaimer, y'all. I am not a medical professional. Do everything at your own risk and please seek medical, information with your doctor first because it could depend on your medical situation, medications you're taking. You may have certain medical issues going on where this does not work. However, this works for me because I do not have any medical issues outside of high blood pressure, right? So my go-to, I'm not even gonna hold you, is intermittent fasting. Like I said, I'll do 16/8, where you fast for 16 hours, you eat for 8 hours. If I do not get results, or it usually your body, because I kind of alternate it, right? Because the trick with losing weight I have found is you have to trick your body, right? Because your body adjusts to things really fast. So I'll do 16/8, and as long as I'm losing, I will stay with the 16/8. If I stop losing, I'll either switch the time of my window, right? So I'll still do 16/8, but I'll make it later. So like say I start eating at 8 in the morning, I'll push it back to 10 or 11 and then do the 16/8. Okay, if that doesn't work, I will make my window smaller. So I'll do like a 12/6, right? The smallest I will go is 4. And like that's a stretch. I ain't gonna hold you because I be big struggling with the 4. Um, and I like intermittent fasting, but I kind of hate it at the same time. After my body is not responding to intermittent fasting, then I go back to calorie counting, and I use apps like MyFitnessPal and things like that. Once my body is not responding to calorie counting, then I start counting macros, which is a lot harder, right? When you count your macros, you're focusing on your protein, your carbs, and your what's the other one? Oh, fats. So I'll focus on those, which is you're not counting calories, you're only focusing on I can only have this many carbs in a day, or I can only have, you know, honestly, my biggest thing is not to go over a certain amount of carbs with that one because carbs is what will put the weight on you. But you'll also drop real fast too. So Miss Foxy, maybe look into intermittent fasting. That's my main go to. I don't have a thyroid gland anymore. Okay. And see, and that's see, that could be a factor. Hey, Ashley in chat, I feel like if you're not having health problems, and of course, sometimes being heavy set can limit your physical performance, but sometimes people look weird when they lose. That's true, Shanta. But you know what? I found, Shanta, in my experience, because I've done it naturally and like child, I'm sorry, y'all. I'll be scared straight when I don't know how people be doing these fad diets and shit. I'll be terrified because I don't want to die. Okay, like the most extreme thing I've done, I feel like is them damn ISO teas. I used to do those, and sometimes they'd be like, "Oh, drink 3 a day" and shit like that. I tried that shit, and all it did was just make me use the bathroom all day, and that was just, I just feel like it just dehydrates you, and I ain't got time for that or whatever. But I feel like you don't look weird unless you drop a ton of weight fast. You know what I'm saying? Like if you just like Retta was saying, Ozempic, I've heard people say Ozempic face, or like if you were to get like some major surgery, I've seen people have like extra skin and things like that. In my experience, because I've lost consistently over time, like it looks like I mean, I did lose a lot of weight, y'all, but it took me a whole year to lose the 57 pounds. You know what I'm saying? So like that's over 365 days I lost 57 pounds. You know what I'm saying? I didn't lose 300 pounds. So that's just to give you guys like in your mind, I don't know if you do the math on that. What's that, like 5 pounds a month, 4 or 5 pounds a month? That is reasonable. You know what I'm saying? Like that's an attainable goal because if you do what you got to do, you can lose a pound a week. You know what I'm saying? And it's little tweaks. I mean, you could eliminate, like, I'm somebody who I love grape soda, y'all. Oh, ciao. I love me some grape soda. But I had to do little things like either eliminate the grape soda completely or like cut the amount in half. You know, it's kind of like you kind of wean yourself off of little things, right? Okay, with this meal, I'm going to drink water instead of a tea, or I'm going to drink, water with some lemon instead of Kool-Aid. Like little changes like that over time, staying hydrated, those type of things is what you have to do. And then of course, moving. We don't want to move, y'all. We don't want to work out. So even if you don't want to work out, if you can walk to the store, walk to the store. I would do things like take the stairs at work. I hate, Lord have mercy, I hate the stairs, Jesus. I don't care why we need to use the stairs. I hate the stairs, y'all, but I would take the stairs. You know what I'm saying? So it's just little things like that that you can do. And then days when I didn't want to physically go to the gym, and I still do this to this day. I'll hit a workout video on YouTube. To be honest with you, I would get right on YouTube and type in my favorite one is Walk Away the Pounds with Leslie Sansom. Baby, I'll pop on one of them videos for however long I have time because they have a different amount of time. You could do a 15-minute one, you could do a 30-minute one, you could do a 45-minute one. You know what I'm saying? So there's different things that you can do, but you just have to be creative. Oh, you're such a vibe and appreciated queen. Thank you. Yes, thank you so much. Let's see. Actually, I had the surgery. Which surgery, Robin? Um, Ozempic is very dangerous. I'll vote again. Yes, Retta, listen, girl, I'm scared of everything. I'm scared of everything, girl. Shit. That's why I was mad because I'm like, what do you mean you didn't get all the endometriosis out? Because at some point, y'all, I either need to get the rest of that out or I'm going to just experience a lot of pain because as long as that endometriosis is in there and my hormones feed it, which I have, they took everything when I did the hysterectomy except one ovary. So I have one ovary left, and they only left that one because they didn't want to throw me into menopause, right? So because that one ovary is there, my body kind of still goes through like the whole motion, right? I can tell when my cycle would have come on for the month based on how I feel and me bloating, and like I go through all the motions except the other extra stuff. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like I'm cool. Butterfly says dangerous stuff. Yeah, I've seen too many. I've seen too many freaking people like. I've seen too many stories, and I'm like, nah, I'm cool. I'm a diabetic and I'm on Ozempic. I'm terrified of it too. I've been on and off of it twice. But you know what, Shanta, like it's made for diabetics. You know what I'm saying? So you would probably have a different, see, you know what I'm saying? Like you kind of need it. Your body like relies on it for your condition. So if I were to be a diabetic and they prescribed it, then sure. But I am just not, listen. And then not only that, I was seeing like, I'm telling you, I do research, especially if it's something you finna put into my body. Like, no, I'm cool. Anyway, I was doing research and they were saying that there's so many people doing these compound pharmacy versions of it now where that's how people are able to get it for cheaper and shit like that. And like they're like the amount is not even like verified, right? Like you have to trust that what they're saying is in it is what's in it. And that type of shit gets dangerous. Like that gets dangerous. Free says, I'm not a fan of quick fixes. Take it back to old school. Eat right, exercise more. I'm telling you, Free. And at some points in my journey, y'all, I know y'all probably ain't gonna want to hear this, but I've had personal trainers along the way. I have. And no shade, that's how you get some quick results. Man, my personal trainers that I have, they give you not only do they, hey Veronica, if I didn't speak to you, baby, not only do they, whip you in shape, but like my last one I had, yo, she was like bugging. Like, you gotta buy this, you gotta buy that, you can't buy this, you can't buy, like she had it down to a T, like to the point, like she was telling me you can only have this for breakfast. You can only do this for, you know what I'm saying? And I was mad as fuck. I couldn't move for 2 days after them sessions and stuff like that. But listen, y'all, the weight came off. I'm telling you, if you actually go to the trainer and do what they say, you'll lose the weight. I'm telling you. So a lot of the stuff that I do, I've like obtained the knowledge over time between, doing my research, and also I've had personal trainers. I take Ozempic. I've been on it for 6 months. I lost 60 pounds. I've been off in a month and I still don't have appetite. Okay. And but it works for some people, but baby, I'm scared. I'm scared, Lord. I ain't even gonna hold you. I scare myself straight. Like that's why y'all probably gonna think I'm lying. I've never smoked a cigarette in my life. Literally. I scare myself straight. Like, no, you're gonna be the one to smoke one cigarette and you're gonna have cancer next week. Like that's how I psych myself out of stuff. So I know that things work for some people, but I'm not willing to take the risk. If I were to do like Ozempic or something, I literally would go through some type of program where it would have to be monitored. Like, I'd be like, no, I need blood work. Like, I want to make sure, like, you really doing what you said because, like, and then, like I said, that's why I wanted to show you guys what I look like now, right? Because so the first picture I showed y'all when I was bigger like that, I keep saying 1 year, but I keep forgetting I've been in Germany a year this May, so it's 2 years. So I started the whole getting serious about my weight in 2023. And so this year will be 2 years that I've lost weight and maintained it, right? So I guess you could say it's been 57 pounds over the 2 years because I've been holding this weight for about a year where I'm at right now. So I feel like my body is comfortable where it's at, but I do want to lose a little more. Not too much more, but just a little more because I don't want to be skinny, but I do want to be just a little more fit or what have you. That's true. My cousin are doing those shots. She stopped gaining that weight back within a month. I believe it. Congratulations to you losing it naturally. All it takes is hard work and dedication. I should be practicing when I'm preaching. I'm suffering with premenopausal weight gain. That's what I'm saying. It's real out here. And the crazy part, Retta, is like them type of symptoms and stuff. You don't even gotta do shit wrong. I'll be like, damn, like before I had well, actually, right after my hysterectomy, because I've heard different stories. I've heard people say with their hysterectomy they gained a lot of weight, and some of them say they lost a lot of weight. So I was hoping I was gonna be on the loss, because like I said, I was still struggling with the whole endometriosis stuff, PCOS, all of that. So I'm thinking, oh, if I get the hysterectomy, maybe it'll kind of help with all that. Man, I was gaining weight and I was like, I ain't even doing shit. I'm like, everything I did is the same. I didn't start eating more, but baby, I was packing the pounds on. I was like, good night. Some say Ozempic can affect your stomach. Exactly, Lux. I'm glad you said that because that's something else I read. I've seen several stories where people's intestines have been paralyzed from it. Girl, no ma'am, I'm cool. Some say Ozempic can affect your stomach and say like it's hard to eat after taking it so long. Yeah, they said it causes stomach paralysis. Yep. I lost 125 on Victoza. Ooh, what's that? Is that a shot? I, Child, I gained it all back while still on Victoza. Really? I haven't even heard of that one. I love the 16-8. I have to get back to it. Yeah, Retta, I'm telling you, do it. And try to make the 8 cut off before I wouldn't go past like 7 p.m. But if you stick to that, you'll see results. And then if you don't, then change your window. And you know what? To be honest with you, when I change my window, I don't even change it long. I'll do like a 16. So, like, say the 8 hours not working, I'll bump it down to 6 or cut the eating hour down to 6. I'll do that for like 2 days. Boom, I'll lose like a half a pound. Then I'll go back to the 8. Like, honestly, I feel like weight loss, it's just a game because your body gets adjusted to what you're doing really fast. That's what I've learned over time. So you just have to keep changing it up. Also, apps like the Lose It app to track your food that you're eating, eat veggies, fruits, lean meat. Exactly, Brittany. I'm telling you. And I'm not even gonna hold y'all. I'm kind of at an advantage right now. I'm not gonna hold you guys because I have been slacking as far as the gym. But y'all, German food, they don't have the chemicals. It's illegal here, right? So like the processed foods and things in America, like we don't have those options here in Germany outside of the base, like the military base. Of course, there's American grocery stores on the military base, but if you shop on what they call the economy, which is off base, you have to shop the German grocery stores. So if I go get a box of frosted flakes off at the German grocery store, they may taste similar, but they're not going to have all of those chemicals. And it helps a lot, y'all. I'm not going to hold you. Like, I don't be bloated. Like, I can digest my food a lot quicker, like everything. I'm telling you. So I'm a little bit at an advantage because even though I'm not working out as much as I should, with me eating foods that don't have all those added chemicals, it's working in my favor. So I still eat, my biggest thing, y'all, is protein. I have really major on my protein. And I try not to do as many carbs, and that helps a lot. So imagine that, and then I'm having food that has way less chemicals, right? So yeah, my kneecaps are screaming for help, Lord. Oh, forgot. And I bet you're cute as a button, girl. Yeah, I was going to try that Vietnamese medicine, but I heard too many negative results. I tried the semaglutide and I didn't see no results after 2 months. Yeah, I would have left it alone too then. If it's chill, I'll be scared because why it ain't working. It really is a study so frustrating. Right, Lux Girl? I suck at calorie count and portion size. Meal prep is what I have to do. Yes, and you know what, Free? I also, y'all, when I tell y'all I have so many of those, the plastic containers with all the little compartments. Also, y'all, at one point I had bought like I bought individual containers, right? Like 6 ounce containers. And so when I would make my food, if it didn't fit in that container, then that was it. Like I would only put what was in that container. And that really helped me like with lunch and stuff like that at work, right? Because you got it portioned out. You could be hungry as you want, girl. You only getting that 6 ounces of meat that's in that container. You know what I'm saying? I also use a food scale because I know some things do not they don't tell you. So I weigh my food sometimes as far as like meats and things like that. So I can get as close as possible when I am doing the calorie counting. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't like or enjoy calorie counting at all. I ain't even gonna hold you. And I feel like when you are watching your weight and the things that you eat and things like that over time, you kind of know, right? You kind of get a feel for it. It's just like when you cook certain things, you no longer need a recipe. You know, okay, this is 4 ounces. You know what I'm saying? Like you get used to the things that you eat and the portions that you have. And y'all think shrinking your stomach is fake. That's very real. You know what I'm saying? When you eat smaller portions, like it's harder for you to eat larger portions after a while because your stomach kind of shrinks down to the amount of food that you're eating. That's why, there's people who can eat more than others and there's people who eat less because it kind of like trains your stomach over time, right? Kiana says, I love the 16/8 intermittent fasting. Yeah, check it out, you guys. If, like I said, if your health will allow, try it. I'm telling you. Yes, Retta, it's a great app to use. I need to start meal prepping again. So will I eat out too much? Yeah, try meal prepping. I ain't gonna hold y'all though. Like meal prepping is hard. I'm not even gonna hold you. But I found like with meal prepping, like it's easier if I prepare it like on a Saturday or a Sunday, like a ton of it, and then just divvy it up, right? Because I mean, you only go to work 4 to 5 days, right? So you cook like one big amount of whatever and divvy it up and maybe just change up the sides. It's just easier. Yes, I do meal prep. It's a lifesaver. It is, Brittany, and I hate doing it, but I'm so glad when I do. Cause baby, listen, otherwise you're gonna be in somebody's fast food line for lunch, and who got time for that? It's expensive and is not healthy. I literally was reading about fasting last night. I think I'm gonna try it. I heard it's the best results for women my age. I think things cook. It's a healthy food. I'm telling you, Miss Foxy, that has helped me a lot. It's helped me a lot. I did TLC for a while. I still have a lot of products, including IASOT. I stopped using it. It's just so expensive, and I just got tired of all the bathroom runs. See, I drive, which means I'm sitting when I come home. I'm at the computer sitting. And you know what, Retta, that was me too, because I mean, come on, like most of our jobs are sitting. You know what I'm saying? Like what job is standing for real, right? And those that have standing jobs want to be sitting. Um, and I mean, I still sit a lot at my job now currently, so don't let that discourage you. I'm gonna be real with you, Retta. Like I feel like the major results of my weight loss is food. I'm telling you, it's food choices. It's food choices, and you gotta think we take in a lot of empty calories. Hey, Yetta, welcome in, baby. We drink a like when and I didn't understand this concept because I'm like, what do you mean empty calories? Because I used to get pissed off, like I didn't even eat that much today. But you gotta think if you drinking a bottle of juice, y'all, a bottle of juice like 320 calories, not including the carbs and the sugar in that mug. You know what I'm saying? So we just be taking stuff in and not paying attention. I am someone who struggles with drinking water. So instead of just drinking straight water, I will put like Crystal Light in there and stuff like that. But I'm not gonna hold you. I try not to do a lot of artificial flavors because there's a lot of studies on that as it pertains to chemicals, and they say over time that's no good for you either. But girl, if I'm lacking on my water intake for the day and I'm dehydrated or I haven't had, my amount of water that I need, girl, listen here, pass me the Crystal Light, girl, so I can get this water down. You know what I'm saying? Because I gotta drink something. I mean, I feel like it's better than drinking a soda. So I'll put me some Crystal Light in there. If I'm really, courageous, I'll put lemon in there instead of the Crystal Light. But yes, don't drink soda and eat sweets. I gained some weight back. I need to get back into it. And you can, Brittany. I ain't gonna lie, I fall off sometimes. I think I was saying on my live the other week I had gained like 5 or 6 pounds. Baby, that's gone. It dropped right back off. Thank God. I just brought a walking pad. Perfect, free. I got a treadmill in my living room as well. Oh my God, I love the walk away, the walk the pounds away. I just gotta start walking. Yeah, Retta. I'm telling you, they have the videos on YouTube. They have them on YouTube. I'm gonna write it right here in the chat. Walk. I love this one. Walk away the pounds. I love her. Let me pin it real quick, and then I'll go back up. Yeah, this is her on YouTube. When I'm feeling, hey Miss White. Now that I scroll down, I see who else came in. Y'all know I'll be behind in the chat. Let me see. Let me catch up. Oh my gosh, I was like 10, 15 minutes behind. I'm so sorry, you guys. Hold on, wait. What causes stomach paralysis? I missed it. Those shots, Retta. That's what they said. Like those Ozempic shots and stuff. Some people it causes stomach paralysis, and like people have digestion issues, or they have like they basically they bowels and shit like get all twisted. It's just weird, girl. Like it basically, like I literally looked up a story, and this girl's bowels, like her it stopped working. Like I know that sounds crazy, but literally like her plumbing stopped working and she had to have all these surgeries and things like that to get it fixed. Yetta says, I use YouTube exercise videos too. I love Glow with Joe. Oh, okay, that's another one, y'all. Glow with Joe. I need to check that. Let me write that one down. Glow with Joe. Cause like I said, if you could switch it up, it makes it better. Cause Lord, I be getting bored fast. I ain't gonna hold you. Glow with Joe. Okay. Thank you, Yetta. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm always looking for something different, but like not, baby. I'll type in low impact so quick. If it if it ain't a walking video, listen, I need low impact. Okay, I'm not trying to be in here doing burpees and killing myself. Now, I'm not gonna hold you. When I was in the States, y'all, I used to go to burn boot camp and die at least twice a week. Because it's very much like a hit style exercise program, and I hated it, y'all, but it was so good for like the results and just being toned and losing weight fast, because it's like a shock to your system because you are exercising nonstop for an hour and or 45 minutes, I think it was, and it was insane. So since you guys still have the lovely option of being in the States, definitely check out Burn Boot Camp. They usually have them in almost every state. I love it, y'all. It's probably expensive now though. Forgotten says I lost the first 60 pounds on Victoza in 60 days, so it works, but the weight loss well, the weight will return. The weight loss shots won't work anymore. Yeah, that's why I said, because I'll be mad. Like if I invest that kind of time and lose the weight and it come back, I would be pissed. I want a Glow personal trainer. Oh, they got personal trainers too. We got to do better. My phone is so stupid. Yeah, for sure. Ashley Soda got me in a chokehold. Listen, Foxy, I ain't even gonna hold you. I just listen, and I swear to God, it's like a habit, yo. Because I did good. I didn't have a soda all week, y'all. I had a soda Saturday. Oh my God, here goes Sunday. I'm like, babe, can you bring me a soda? And he's no help, y'all. I went in the refrigerator today. He had like 6 cans of soda. I'm like, he was like, I was just trying to keep him cold for you because you keep asking for him. I'm like, see, you finna mess me up, yo. But I kept asking for him, and I don't like hot soda, so he always puts them in the fridge for me. It's these celebrities that make us want the weight loss fast. Look at Kim Kardashian. And you know what? Forgotten to be real, I think they be just lying. Like I think these companies pay them to make people think that they use them. I mean, I'm not saying that they don't. I think some of them do, but I think a lot of them just pay them to say certain things, like no shade, like the whole scandal with even the politics. It came out like that all these celebrities were paid to appear, at these rallies and shit like that, and they were paid big money, you know what I'm saying? So we got to be careful when we see celebrities faces stuck on the front of things, because sometimes it be bullshit. Like they'll buy it, like they'll buy into it and make you think that the celebrity uses it and they don't. So you have to be careful. Bree says addicted to pop soda. Yeah, for real. Me too, Lord. Grape is my favorite, y'all. And if they ain't got grape, I need me an orange soda. That's so American food has so many bad things in it. They're trying to poison us. I feel so too, Yetta. And you know what's crazy? Like I ain't gonna hold you, y'all. I was so biased. I was like, I don't want no German food. Da 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 da. Like, and I ain't gonna lie, it does taste different. But honestly, it just tastes cleaner, right? Like a chicken nugget from McDonald's versus a chicken nugget from like the German grocery store. They look the same, but they don't taste the same. The German chicken nugget just tastes like it don't got a bunch of chemicals in it. Like I don't know how else to describe it. So, but it's not bad. I like it. I've adjusted. Honestly, I prefer German food. I'll try to go find the German version of food. Of course, there are certain things like I'm not gonna drink their sodas or like their juices. Like, no, I need me a sun kiss, thank you. But like the actual food and stuff, like I can find like decent substitutes, and it's working for me. So it's a lifestyle change. What you put in your mouth. Yes, for real, Charisse. Can you explain 16:8 again? Okay, so basically, um, Foxy, don't even focus on the 16, baby. The 8 is what you focus on. It's basically you eat only 8 hours out of the day. You can pick whatever hours, but you cannot eat outside of that window. So you could do like 8 to 4, you could do 10 to 6, you could do 12 to 8. It's 8 hours. That's 16:8. The 16 is basically how many hours you are fasting before you start again. And the easiest thing to remember is you eat within the same hours every day, unless you are changing your window. That's how that works. Ms. White says, I hate I missed the beginning of the live, but black seed oil is a super tool for a lot of ailments. Yes, y'all. And you know what? I used to take these also. Black seed oil, I had them in capsules. But yes, that is also an excellent help for like weight loss and things like that. And get on your vitamins, y'all, because we be neglecting vitamins. I'm telling you, that is also very vitally important. Like, not only just your hydration, but your vitamins. A lot of us, especially black people, y'all, we are very low in vitamin D. And we think it's not important, and I'm telling you, it is. I've learned the hard way. Vitamin D is very, very important for a number of reasons, y'all. Look it up. I'm telling you. I bought a portion control plate. Right, Sharice. I own a lot of those, and like like I said, the little lunch pails. I love buying stuff like that. Or actual, like, I have like 4 ounce containers as well as 6 ounce containers. Lady T, thank you so much, baby. I appreciate you. Bree says, do you order it from Amazon or purchase from a health store, Miss White? Miss White says, we're starting meal prep again tomorrow. My 8-year-old grandson is 96 pounds and he wants to do better, so the entire household will get him better. Oh my God, that's the best thing ever when you have help and encouragement. I set a goal for March 1st, but really want to start now. My doctor put me on metformin, but it has you in the bathroom a lot. By the way, I'm not really, really big. You can hardly tell, but my tummy's stubborn. Right, Miss Foxy. But that's how it was for me. I carried most of my weight in my midsection, and it feels so good, y'all, to not have all that extra midsection weight. I ain't even gonna hold you. It feels so good. You'll be impressed with yourself. Like, damn, I didn't know my body could do that when you start seeing the weight come off. But you know what, Miss Foxy, just start small. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't gotta go all in. Just start small. Like, eliminate little things. Like, for instance, if you're a night snacker, don't eat after a certain time. Like little stuff like that, so it'll be easier transitioning versus like cold turkey. I make my food ahead of time so it saves me time. I can get up and go. Yes, for sure. And to be real, y'all, I'm picky like Retta. Y'all be laughing at Retta. Child, I am very picky about food. Oh my God. And that's the hardest thing for me because then I get bored with my food choices, but like I can't do too much because then I start gaining weight. Um, I use a lemon wedge in my water. It's good. Also, I think you also should look, you got to know your body type, y'all. You got to know your body type and what you're sensitive to because that's something else. I think I am insulin resistant. So like certain foods or like for instance, like I got too many problems, y'all. No shade, respectfully. I think it's just I'm getting old and now all these things are wrong. I got eczema on my skin. Like I'm like, oh my God. But anyway, I feel like I am insulin resistant as well as lactose intolerant. So like any type of dairy products, I'm bloated and in pain and things like that. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta know like not only are you changing your food choices, but you gotta pay attention to how your body feel with the food choices. Because if you're changing your food choices, but your body is not feeling it, right? Like for instance, broccoli. Broccoli is very healthy, but I can't have broccoli, girl. I will be gassy all day. Like, don't bring me no broccoli. Like, I ain't got time for that. You know what I'm saying? And so I looked it up, and sure enough, broccoli causes a lot of gas. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just about like, oh, I'm going to start eating salads all day, every day. That may not work for you, right? So you want to take slow and steady choices, but just healthier ones, right? Instead of getting the chips, maybe have a piece of fruit, or, you want the soda, I'm going to drink water with this. You know what I'm saying? Like little things like that, or drink half the soda. Like just make small choices. Small changes over time so that you can transition into it. Hey, Stormy, baby, how are you? Miss White says either, but it's cheaper on Amazon. Yes, Lord. I love me some Amazon, honey. I had like 5 packages today. Workout 4D on YouTube is a good one. Ooh, look at here. We got another one. Workout 4D. Let me write that down. I love it. 4D. Okay. With me, it didn't matter what I ate. I ate a lot, but on my job, I walked a lot and I don't gain weight. So for me, it's not the food, it's the moving and exercise. It's the way I lose weight. Okay, Shanta. And that's why I said we're all so different. Hey, Lakey, how are you, baby? I'm so late in the chat. It's different for everybody, and honestly, it's easier for some people, and that's why I said, the topic. Hi, Angie Williams, welcome in, baby. Yes, also I love apple cider vinegar gummies, Lux Pearl. I take those daily as well. But I was just about to say it's different for everyone, and that's why I wanted to touch on the topic really briefly about fat shaming because you don't know why someone is overweight. There are some people who have thyroid problems, and things like that. And I'm not saying that that's an excuse. And if you are someone overweight, please don't make excuses for yourself because your health is important. But I'm saying, like, be careful, y'all, when y'all out here fat shaming people because there are some of us out here that's real life struggling with multiple medical problems, what I'm saying, that we can't help the weight. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are certain things that you're just gonna like think about. There's people who got hernias and things in their stomach that like it's just so many factors and things that come with people's weight gain. I remember years ago when I worked at the MEPS, there was this woman that worked in the medical and she always had like her belly was huge, y'all. And she wasn't pregnant, but she kind of looked pregnant, if that makes sense. Like it wasn't round, but it was big. And so I never said anything. I just figured whatever, like some people are just shaped different. And one day she finally told us, well, and some people overshare and she go lift her shirt up like, oh yeah, I'm finally having hernia surgery on Friday. And she's like lifting her shirt and showing us like where the hernia is and all of that. And I'm like, oh wow, you know what I'm saying? Not that I cared or whatever, because I mean, I don't judge people by what they look like. I care about what I look like, right? But it made sense, like, oh, okay, so what if I was somebody that was nasty, right? And I'm going to work talking about her and calling her fat and all that, and this lady got a hernia that she's been waiting to have surgically removed. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying, like we be doing too much, fat shaming people and sometimes calling people skinny and crackheads and all that. Like some people have medical issues that you know contribute to whatever their body shape is. And that was why I wanted to bring this topic up. Very good advice for weight loss. I had surgery almost 18 years ago and have managed it by portion control. I think someone else here in the chat, hey, Alexis, welcome back, baby. I think someone else here in the chat was saying that they also had surgery. I think I read that. Okay, thank you for explaining. I will try that. Yes, Foxy, just focus on the hours, baby. 8 hours, just eat 8 hours out the day. And I don't care how hard it is, Foxy. Don't break your fast, girl. Get you some water. Get you some water. Girl, them last like 30 minutes, child. I'll be staring at the clock like, please, Lord. I'll be having the food ready, like warm, hot. Like I just need my, and it's funny because then you'll eat and then you're full. And it's crazy because what I love and hate about the window is by the time you're hungry again, your window almost up. So now you gotta hurry up and eat because your window finna close and that's it. So although it makes you feel like, ooh, I can eat whatever I want, baby, you're gonna probably eat a ton when your window first open and then you're gonna be full for a while. By the time you think of it again, you ain't even gonna be able to eat as much. So it kind of helps you control your portions. And the point of intermittent fasting is it allows your body to digest your food like completely within the hours. Like for instance, if you're doing 16/8, you're giving your body 16 whole hours to completely digest your food, regulate itself, and do everything it needs to do to break it down and the whole process before you start eating again. Because if you think about it, we don't give ourselves time to digest our food, right? We eat all the way till time to go to bed. We in the bed with a bag of chips or some popcorn or whatever. We sleep for 5 to 6 hours, if that, sometimes less. We jump back up. We eat breakfast. You know what I'm saying? And if you really look at how long it takes for your body to fully digest food, like that's why you can't, you know what I'm saying? Like your body is constantly processing food, right? And I remember I had spoken to my dietitian a while back when I was just like, I was all in, y'all. And I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm thinking about going to see a dietitian again just because this lady that told me I'm pre-diabetic and I'm scared. I'm like, oh no. But anyway, the way he was explaining it to me is your body doesn't have time, like your body when you always eat, and I'm not saying like constantly, but I'm saying if you're not allowing your body ample time to fully digest your food over time, like your body is always working to burn off food, right? So say you do the fasting, right? And it only takes X amount of hours. I don't know for sure. I'll have to look. I've looked it up, but I don't know off the top. But it only takes a certain amount of hours for your food to fully digest, right? So if you allow that and then you don't start eating right away, now your body has gone into fat burning mode, right? So now it's burning, it's pulling it from other places and think like that's how you lose the weight, you guys. It's the fasting, the intermittent fasting window, right? So when he explained it to me, I'm like, oh, that makes sense. He's like, yeah, like if you're always eating every couple hours and you never turn it off, he's like, then your body is always working to break down food. Always, because it never digests because you always eating. Like not every second of the day, but I'm saying you're not allowing the time, between the meals for your food to fully digest. And that's why we shouldn't eat late. That's why they say, oh, you're going to gain weight. Yeah, because you eat all that food and now that food is sitting in your system and your sleep, right? So your body metabolizes way less while you're asleep. And then, you get up and eat again. It's like, I think you guys get my drift. Alexis says I'm lactose. I think a lot of people are. Hey Shanta, thank you so much, baby, for that super sticker. Hey Lisa Smith, how are you, baby? Happy Tuesday. I love broccoli. Me too, Foxy. I ain't gonna hold you, but I gotta have cheese on it. And girl, I'm gonna be extra gassy, and I ain't supposed to be having no cheese for real. So, I will have it every now and then, but I try not to because it's just not okay for me. Hi, Miss E. Welcome in, baby. Absolutely, Ashley Chess. I still do juicing. Oh, this is great too, Miss Lisa. I'm glad you said that. Sometimes I will juice too. Like if say nothing's working, like I done switched it up. I done changed up my window. I counted calories. Da 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 da. I will juice as a reset. I love it. Juicing's hard though for me, y'all, because I'm hungry, honey. I gotta have some. Like I feel better to be putting actual food in my mouth. Hi, Miss Judy. Welcome in, baby. I don't know. With juicing, I feel like I'm just always hungry, like within some time. But it works, y'all. It works and it works fast. If you hit a plateau, juice. It'll break right through. Yes, Ashley, see, you don't know what the next person is going through because of their weight. Not right for fat shaming people. It may be hurtful to them. Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree. I would love for someone from this saga to get like a channel cater to weight control. Ooh, okay, Lux Pearl, girl. Don't hype me up, girl. Don't hype me up. Alkaline water or spring water, no purified water has sodium in it. Exactly, Lisa. That's another one. I usually buy the alkaline smart waters. Look at Lisa. I love it. I buy those, and then we also we have a water service. Like they deliver water to our house as well. Please be careful with dietitians when it comes to diabetes because they go by a one size fits all diet. Had I listened to four dietitians on my diabetes, I probably would have lost limbs by now. Oh, wow, Miss Judy. Well, I was thinking because I have not been diagnosed with diabetes. That's the only reason why I was thinking about going to see a dietitian because I want to get my A1C back lower. So, I haven't, decided on that yet for sure, but I am considering it. I make ginger shots with fresh turmeric. I do take turmeric capsules. I do. Sounds like you need to do a channel on it too, Ash. Listen, Lux Pearl. You know what? That would actually be great. I mean, considering like, I've actually had a successful journey. Like that's why I said I feel like the fastest way to figure out somebody cheated or something like that is well, I mean, not in all cases. Of course, if someone had surgery, that's different. But I'm saying like as far as weight loss, like asking them how long they've been at that weight or how long ago did they lose the weight, right? Because if you just told me you lost 50 pounds in 6 months, girl, gone because that ain't even reasonable. And what are you gonna look like in 6 more months? You know what I'm saying? So I was actually happy like when I was looking through my pictures. I'm like, oh wow, it's been 2 years. So I've lost 57 pounds over 2 years and I've been holding because I've kind of plateaued out. So but I am trying to lose. I think I want to lose another like 15 pounds. Um Look up five my diet, see what also called healthy foods called excessive bloating. I know. No cheese, Ashley Chat. I know, Lisa. And I love cheese. Like I swear, I am just like grieving because I'm like, man. Retta says, Ashley, this was a great live, very informative. I have to go now. Be back. Enjoy the rest of your day, love. Oh, thank you so much, Retta. I appreciate that. Have a good rest of your day, babe. I told you how to lower it. I'm amazed doctors with this method. I told you it was reverse. Yes, Miss Judy, trust me, I've been working on it. Even with the choices I've made, like eliminating a lot of sugar and stuff this week, I told them I've lost like 5 or 6 pounds. I think it's 6 pounds, honestly. But I didn't weigh this morning. Hey Amelia, welcome in. I have a big bottle of turmeric capsules. Has it helped you? Because I stopped taking mine. So it doesn't help with weight loss. I take the turmeric capsules because I am someone who has a lot of inflammation problems because of my endometriosis. So it helps with fighting the inflammation off. And to be honest with you, it still would probably be beneficial to you because if you are someone who eats a lot of processed foods, you probably struggle with a lot of inflammation in your body. So yeah. I'm gonna be honest, I don't like nor can I remember to take those pills. I'm trying to get better with it. And I mean, you have to do what you can do, right, Miss Foxy? Like that I feel like the trick with weight loss also is consistency across the board, right? So in the mornings I get up and after I get myself, do the whole wash yourself, clean yourself, all of that. As soon as I go in my kitchen, the first thing I do is take my vitamins and, my blood pressure pills and things like that. So you have to establish a routine. And that's why you have things like meal prep, things like that. Because if you don't have a routine, I'm telling you, if you don't plan, I mean, how did they say it? If you don't, how did I say it? If you don't plan, you plan to fail or some shit like that. I forgot, but it's like if you don't have a plan, like you set yourself up for failure, especially when it comes to food, because you get hungry and you forgot to pack something or you forgot to eat, you gonna eat whatever you can find, baby. I done found myself with a Pop Tart. I'm like, a Pop Tart? I ain't ate a Pop Tart in years, and it was just too much. I couldn't even finish it because it was too sweet because I haven't had it. So the weight isn't my concern. It's your blood sugar numbers what have been those? Right, that's what I'm saying. So, no, and so I haven't been focused on the weight. That's what I'm saying. I've been focused on the sugar intake, right? But because I've been lowering my sugar intake and also reducing my carbs, like I've had little to no carbs, to be completely honest with you. I think any carbs I've had have only come from my drink. Um, but anyway, I think because of that, me reducing carbs, I've automatically lost weight. So and it's so crazy because that wasn't even the goal. I was freaking out about the sugar because I don't want my A1C up. Lisa says 1,200 calories, more proteins, less carbs, no sugar, no salt. You can have pink salt. Yep, I have. I think it's another kind of salt I use. Is it pink salt? I don't think it's pink salt. It's another type of salt I use. I think that's my downfall, the routine stuff. Yep, Lux Pearl. But you know what? It's kind of like going to the gym, right? Like you don't want to go. You be like, I need to go, I need to go. But then once you go, it's like you just kind of have to start. You know what I'm saying? Obviously meal prep is probably easier than going to the gym. Cuz it's like, oh, you got to drive there and actually go. But um it's like you said, it's the routine stuff that makes it harder. Proper planning prevents poor performance. Period. I knew my sis would do it. Sourdough bread with unbleached flour or seeded whole grain bread. Look, Miss Lisa giving y'all all the gems. Miss Lisa, the one that need to start that channel, Lux. It's Miss Lisa. That doesn't mean your blood sugars aren't high. You can have food sensitivities to basic foods like corn, milk, fruits, etc. That's why you need the meter to know what's spiking you. Yeah. You're right, trying to work my toddler and everything in between, not trying to sound like excuses, but I'm serious. Thank you so much for this. And that's why I said, Foxy, trust me, I get it, babe. I get it. Trust me. Like, because there are weeks when it is just bad for me. You know what I'm saying? Um, like I said, focus on the small things. I mean, if you can't do the meal prep and all of that, even with not meal prepping, the 16/8 can work for you because if you have not done it, it's gonna be like a shock to your body, right? And so you'll see results. And so, start with that and then you can master that, then you can start doing more changes over time. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not perfect, trust me, y'all. I ain't got it down packed. Like some days are terrible, some weeks I'm off, some weeks I fall off, and it happens. It's life. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, it's like you don't want to fall off for too long, right? And so I do keep up with like my weight, how I feel when I eat certain foods, if I'm having headaches a lot, things like that. Like, okay, maybe I'm not drinking enough water, I'm not staying hydrated, and things of that nature. I make the viral two ingredients bagel with Greek yogurt, baking powder, and pink salt. Ooh, I need to look into that one. She says she might start one. Okay, we're gonna be right over there with Miss Lisa. Like, like help us out. I'm gonna be on your tail. We know where your blood sugars are. We are avoiding medications. Yes, for sure, Miss Judy. That's why I said she told me come back and retest in 6 months. So I'm only a weekend. So I am doing my best to make some shake. Chickpeas, a scoop of jasmine rice, grilled chicken. I love chickpeas, Miss Lisa. I love chickpeas, y'all. Chickpeas is it, and I like Anamamis. I love Anamamis, and the Anamamis, honey. You could pop them mugs in the microwave, depending on which ones you buy. Like if you buy the steamables, but yeah, I love Anamamis and I love chickpeas. They're very good. Um, so anyway, so right before I end this live, y'all, I did want to talk about one other thing, and that is betrayal, especially roasted. Ooh, I don't know if I had them roasted. I need to try them roasted because I love chickpeas anyway. But anyway, I just want to touch on this real quick, betrayal, because I think we've all experienced this to some degree in our life, and even here recently, because we all, of course, became aware of each other mainly through the saga or whatever. And so, as it pertains to betrayal, it could be like one of the most painful experiences like a person can go through, right? Because it involves like a deep sense of trust being broken, whether that's in a relationship, a friendship, or even by people like in positions of authority, like at work or power or whatever. And so it's not just about the feeling of being hurt, right? But betrayal often carries like feelings of confusion, anger, sadness, and like overall self doubt, right? Because you question yourself and your own gut feeling, and just all of your like your judgment overall when you have experienced some level of betrayal, right? And so at its core, betrayal and like it involves like basically a big breach of trust. And so trust is foundational when it comes to relationships and establishing connections and things like that. And so once it's broken, it can be a very hard thing to rebuild like in life. And that's why there's a lot of us who, we go through bad breakups or bad friendships and things, and we're like, fuck that, I'm good. I don't want to do it again, because I don't want to be open to hurt getting hurt again, right? And so we as people tend to have a hard time trusting others in the future, even if the betrayal was not necessarily our fault. And so the sting of being let down by someone that you believed in for whatever reason, it can linger long after the event itself actually happened. And so I'm coming to the conclusion that sometimes being alone is best in a lot of instances because it can protect you from a lot of unnecessary betrayal, right? Because betrayal cuts deep, y'all, and sometimes in ways that words cannot fully express. And so I just wanted to speak on this because I think that there's a level of betrayal that a lot of us have gone through. Like I said, whether this is in our personal life or what we have experienced here on social media. And what makes betrayal hit so hard is that it challenges like your sense of security and like the foundation of relationships overall, right? And so I'm finding that being alone helps you clear your mind and recharge from it all, y'all. And I'm not saying being alone indefinitely, but finding those moments of solitude is what I am talking about when I am speaking on this, right? Sometimes the noise and the chaos of everything else, it can feel overwhelming, right? I think I heard Miss Lasandra saying on Alexis's panel, like, "Oh, I'm just so overwhelmed with it all," right? And I could relate to that on so many levels. And I think a lot of you can as well. And so I just want to reiterate to you guys that alone time is where you can just be, right? The quietness of being alone, it allows room for like the process to unfold naturally, right? It's kind of like hitting pause to understand what is really happening and what's really important as it pertains to your life and how to navigate things better in your life, right? So being alone is where you will find your true thoughts and like even new ideas, right? There are so many times where I'm sitting in solitude and I get different ideas for content and how to engage with you guys as it pertains to my platform. And that is why being alone is not necessarily a bad thing, y'all. We always are so afraid of being alone, and we always feel like we got to have so much things going on when really being alone can be a blessing depending on how you use it. And so there's something freeing about being able to explore that without needing to explain yourself to anyone, right? So I just want to encourage you guys to not be afraid of those moments to be alone and to sit with yourself when there's a lot going on, because it can actually benefit you a lot more than you realize. And when you're alone, there's no external noise, right? There's no need to conform to someone else's expectations. It's just the freedom of really checking in with yourself, right? And that's when growth can feel a lot more organic, right? It's like peeling away layers to uncover more of who you are and what you want. And it's not always easy, but it's a place where you can feel like more connected with who you are, right? You can be real and figure out what your next steps are and what they should be as it pertains to you and your life and your journey, right? And being alone is when you can sort out your thoughts and things. You can sort through the noise, you can gain clarity, and sometimes even come to realizations that wouldn't happen in the hustle and bustle of daily life. And so those moments can bring a sense of peace and a fresh perspective, helping you to move forward with more intention about your journey and where you're trying to go, right? And I can't lie, it's not always peaceful in those moments alone, because it can bring up things, that you're not ready to face. But even that can lead to growth. And so I just wanted to say that and share that with y'all, because it was just some of my thoughts when I was listening to, like I said, some of the content creators and how they want to move on and how, Upper sending that challenge out like, hey y'all, let's do better. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's do what we know we can do and what we're capable of, and really show our gift and our talent, you know what I'm saying, as it pertains to the platform. And so I just want to encourage you guys, whether you're a supporter, a content creator, an entrepreneur, whatever you got going on in your real life, right? You don't have to be a YouTube content creator for this message to resonate with you guys. Focus on you, baby. Sit alone and really focus on where will your journey go from here, and stick to that. And of course, we were talking about weight loss and taking care of ourselves earlier in this live, whether that's your journey right now or whether that's your focus or your goal right now, whatever it is for you, y'all, shake back and get back on your square. Because sometimes we need messages like this to make us be like, you know what? This person's absolutely right. And that's how I felt when I was hearing the different content creators, saying like, you know what, let's move on. Like, let's do content. Let's do that. That was very motivating, and it was really great to hear. And it was a wake-up call for me, because sometimes you'll step outside of what's important to handle what's not important, pretty much in a nutshell, right? And so these moments of self-reflection and things like that is where, like I said, being alone can come into play. It's okay to sit in silence and sit in solitude and just sit with yourself so that you can really refocus and pay attention to what's important, and pay attention to the play and the moves that are happening around you and how it's trying to throw you off of what you got going on in your real life. Because to be honest with you, when you got a lot of things coming at you, a lot of attacks, a lot of whatever, distractions or whatever, it's because people see something about you. People see something on you or in you, and that is why those things are happening. And sometimes we can't see it because we be so quick to, like, want to defend ourselves and want to, stand up for what we know is right and things like that. But then we got to pay attention to the ones that really matter. And that was the eye-opening experience for me, because I can be a woman and admit that sometimes my reactions or actions to things is because I want the people that I know care about me to understand where I stand in a situation when I am being, misrepresented or not presented in a certain light. So, I just wanted to leave that with you guys before I finish, close out this live. I'm going to catch up on these comments, and then I am going to send you guys on your lovely day. Miss Foxy says, I really don't like food, but it's my portions, but I guess that's because I'm not eating 3 or 4 meals. So, for instance, I'll eat probably twice, but at dinner I have a big plate. Yes, and it's supposed to be backwards, Miss Foxy. Your biggest, largest amount of food is supposed to be up in the day, so your body has more time to digest it. When you eat those heavy meals at night, it's harder to digest, and it just kind of sits on you. It is definitely one. Enjoyed the live. Actually, great content. Thank you so much, Kiana, baby. Betrayal is even spoken most often in the Bible. Yes, Lux. Absolutely. Do breathing exercise every day. Breathe in, breathe out. Absolutely, Lisa. And that's so helpful. So simple, but so helpful. Free says to all the mommies out there, don't be so hard on yourself. Carry a child 9 months takes a toll on your bodies. It's no race to snap back. Healthy baby and staying healthy is goal. Exactly, free. Slow and steady wins the race, baby. Lisa says yes. Ashley chats 1,000%. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm a loner by choice. It saves our. Listen, Lisa, do you hear me? Like, baby, you better stand loud and proud and tall. Because, baby, you'll get yourself hemmed up and you just be lost and confused. I love my me time. Me and hubby work opposite shifts during the week, so I have a lot of me time, and so does he. Yes. And that's also very important in relationships. In case anybody was wondering, like, how y'all stay married that long? Baby, we got to get away from each other, honey. Like, get away, get away. Hey, Lawanda, welcome in, baby. Those 3 a.m., 5 a.m. wake ups, get in our Bibles and get off YouTube in this room. Yes, free. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Get in our Bibles and off YouTube in this drama. I'm telling you, I'm big on protect your space and your mental space and your peace and all that, baby. Just disengage and remove yourself so that you don't get pulled up in there. Get to know you first. Deflection 101. Absolutely. That was Lisa. Yes, I'm a loner and I love it. I know. Butterfly, you're so sweet. You're so, so sweet. I just want you to know that. I appreciate you coming through my lives. Always focus on you. Absolutely. I love being alone. I love being with my kids, and when they are in their rooms and safe and sound, I'm on the couch, big chilling with my phone and TV. Exactly, Shanta. That's me, girl. In the middle of my bed with my door open. That's why you have always been a breath of fresh air. Ashley Chats bring us all in. Absolutely, Lisa. Absolutely. I try, like I said, I try to give you guys good, solid content and things like that. And trust me, we getting back to it, baby. We moving onward and upward, baby. Onward and upward. As a New Yorker, I enjoy nature, Central Park, traveling, thrifting, etc. Quiet time. And you know what, Lisa is so amazing. I swear, it's the little things. I love it. And I can't lie, living in Europe, I have grown a bigger appreciation for nature. Like they walk and stuff here all the time, y'all. There's all type of trails and things like that. And it's very, very safe here. So I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Miss Foxy says, great live. This is towards your goal. Have a great day. Actually enjoy the chat. Thank you so much, Miss Foxy. I appreciate you, baby. Great live, Rosalind. Thank you so much, Rosalind. Thank you so much, Lisa Smith. All right, you guys. So I am going to jump this live. I don't want to keep you guys too long, but I love you guys. Thank you so much for coming in and kicking it with me. It's been a great, positive live yet again. I appreciate your support. Whether you engaged in the chat, liked the post, shared the post, sent me a super chat, sent me a super sticker, or just simply said what's up. I appreciate you so very much because without you, there would be no me, you guys. So I hope you have an amazing rest of your day on this lovely Tuesday, and let's make it a great week. It's a short week, y'all, so let's knock it out. Lisa says, great live, Ashley. Thank you so much, Lisa. Free says, awesome live, Queen. I love you, sister. All right, I love y'all. I will talk to y'all later. Y'all go be great and be in peace. I love y'all. Talk to you later.